What's up, guys? We have a battle here against Yaomon18 from right here, YouTube. So anyways, this is an RU battle, and I'm going to lead off with my Specs Typhlosion while he leads off with his Sand Slash. And I know he doesn't want to take a Fire Blast, but I'm going to go ahead and go for an Overheat because this is a Specs Typhlosion, and that's going to miss that Wailord, which really doesn't matter too much, but considering it is Specs, it would have done a good chunk of damage. But anyways, he's going to go ahead and go for the Curse here, and I did not predict that. I predicted some sort of special attacking move because I really don't see Wailords very often. But then I end up just going into my Pharisee, knowing I should be able to wall any attack that he wants to do, even if he gets up 6 curses, and that proves to be the case. This just begins a long stall war between these two Pokemon. I'm just going to take this opportunity to set up my 3 layers of spikes because he is going to let me to do that. But first of all, I am of course going to go ahead and set up the Leech Seed. So I'm going to be getting some constant recovery from this big monster. And he's just going to try to waterfall me, and look how little that does to a Pharaoh Seed. I mean, that's kind of pathetic. Just saying. Anyways, yeah, this stall war is going to last for quite a while, and unfortunately, there are a couple of these stall wars in this battle. This one was fairly necessary. The second stall war that you'll see here in a couple minutes was kind of just out of my stupidity, but, you know, everybody has their moments, and you'll just have to see what happens. But, as you can see, he's just gonna stay in there and keep cursing, even though he's seen how little that first waterfall did. And I'm assuming that he will have one recovery move, likely being Rest, if he is running a curse set like this. And I'm not seeing any leftovers, so again, I'm assuming he's going to have the Lumberry or a Chesto Berry. And right here, I'll find out if that's the case after this tons of HP is recovered back. And yes, he does have the Chesto Berry, as you can see. So now I'm thinking that I need to get him back down into that Rest one more time so he's sleeping, and then I'm going to take that opportunity to switch out into my Phaser, which in this case would be my Mandibuzz, I believe, and that will be able to end these crazy stat increases that he has right now, because I really don't want to try to stall him out all the way when I know he does have the Rest. So I'm just going to keep stalling this guy out. Yeah, I would speed this part up, but I forgot to do that before I narrated this video. So, yeah, you guys are just kind of stuck watching this right now. I'm sorry about that. But just a shout out to my friend Chris DPG. He will be coming back and posting some videos for this channel in the near future. He finally got an Ace card, and now he's just waiting for his USB connector to come in so he can get on Wi-Fi and do some battles. But, yep, he's a good battler as well, and he will be posting battles whenever I'm not. So we're going to be kind of alternating throughout the week. It's going to be a 2-person channel now, so I hope you all enjoy that. And please tell your friends about us, because we are closing in on 100 subscribers still. We have 86 right now, 14 more, and we'll have a 100 subscriber special against someone you may all know, Lucario Legend. So, now I finally did switch into my Mandibuzz because he used the Rest. And now I'm going to go ahead and go for the Whirlwind so we can end this pathetic stall war and get on to other things in life. And I end up Whirlwinding him into his Sand Slash, which isn't too bad. I get some nice spikes damage on it, and he recovers a little off with leftovers, but it's all good because I set up the Toxic on that wall, and now he won't be quite as much of a problem. Not that he was in the first place, but you know what I mean. So he sets up the Stealth Rock, which is, you know, whatever. I'm not too weak to Stealth Rock in the first place. Then he goes for the knockoff. That's right. This is kind of a weird Sand Slash set. I'm assuming he doesn't run the Rapid Spin, or else he would have taken away those 3 layers of spikes. But I guess he's running the knockoffs, which I'm not exactly a fan of that set, but I guess it works. So then I Whirlwind him out again into his Probopass. Now this is where I make a stupid play. I switch into my Pharaoh Seed, not remembering that this Probopass has the Magnet Pull ability. So now I'm just kind of in a little bit of a situation again. It's going to require another really long, boring stall war here, and it really wasn't necessary. But he does have a really cool set on this Probopass, I'll give him that. He uses the Gravity attack, and then he has Dynamic Punch and Zap Cannon as well. So what Gravity basically does is it'll increase the accuracy of all attacks. And in this case, It's going to allow him to land a super effective dynamic punch, which will confuse me and make myself hurt myself in confusion. And then it'll also let him attack me with the Zap Cannon, which will, of course, paralyze me, as it has the 100% chance of doing that. So now he's got some parafusion going on, and I can't switch out because I'm an idiot, and I sent this stupid thing in against a Magnet Pole Probopass. So this is what I get. And once again, of course, I hurt myself in confusion because Parahax is a bitch. Anyways, so there's really not much else to say here. I'm just going to continue to try to stall out this Probopass, hoping he doesn't have any form of recovery. He may have the Pain Split, which in the end it turns out that he does, but I'm doing my best to not let that be too much of a problem. So, I guess I can just take this opportunity to once again give a shout out to Chris DPG. He's going to be looking for some battles here, so please, if you want a battle, ask us, because we have 2 battlers here on this channel that are willing to take battles at pretty much any time, and our battles will be narrated as well. And if you want to make an appearance on YouTube, we're the ones to ask. So, yep, just look for us and shoot us a message if you ever get that urge to battle us. So anyways, now back to the battle. Once again, this Probopass is finally getting low on health, and I feel like he's going to try to Pain Split one last time here, so I go ahead and go for the Protect, I believe. Maybe this is on the next turn. Yes, that's true. So now he's going to be down to very low health on that Leech Seed, and now I'm going to go for the Protect if I break through the Confusion and Parahax, which I do, finally. And he goes for the Pain Split and fails, and the Probopass will finally go down. So now we're sitting in a very good position. He has a Whaler, a Toxic, Sandslash, and a fainted Probopass, but he goes into his pincer here, and now I'm thinking he's either going to be banded or scarfed, and I didn't really know how well my Gastrodon could take a banded close combat, and seeing this damage here, I was thinking that it may indeed be banded, but then again, I looked at Gastrodon's defenses, and they aren't that good, so I'm thinking it might be scarfed, I'm not sure, but I go ahead and go into my scarfed Medicham here to take the close combat, and after seeing that damage, I know that it is in fact a Scarf Pincer, not banded. It would have done much more. So he goes into his Sandslash here to take the obvious physical attack, and I end up going for the Psycho Cut here, kind of sort of hoping that I would get a critical hit, but, you know, it doesn't happen for me. I pretty much have the worst luck in the world when it comes to Pokemon. But, yeah, I go and switch back out into my Mandibuzz here, and he goes for the Toxic, which, yeah, it hurts. It's my wall, but I can handle it. I have Roost, and I'm able to switch out whenever I need to. So, really, it's not too big of a deal. Yeah, then I go ahead and go for the Brave Bird to take out the Sandslash, because, why not, you know? I don't really want to try to stall this battle out any more than it already has. So, yes, the Sandslash will go down to Poison, I believe. Yes, it does. So the Sandslash goes down. Now he goes back out into his Pincer. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sack Mandibuzz. Yeah, I do. And he goes for the close combat, which takes me out. Or it might have been the X-Scissor. I think it was X-Scissor, actually. And that takes me out. So I go ahead and go into my Scarf Medicham, thinking that I do outspeed and that the Psycho Cut will take it out, which indeed it does. So that's great for me. And now he goes into his Jinx. And I am pretty worried about this one for now. I go ahead and go into my Gastrodon as Death Fodder for the obvious Ice Beam. And he gets a crit. It didn't matter at all. Gastrodon can't take that. So I go ahead and go into my Specs Heatran, and he switches out because he doesn't want to get drilled with a fire attack, and he goes into his Hariyama. Now, I thought these things packed Thick Fat sometimes. I wasn't sure, but a Specs Overheat is going to take out that Hariyama, so I'm assuming he did not have the Thick Fat, if it can even get that ability. And, yeah, so just took it right out, and that's great. Now he goes into his Jinx, and I'm pretty sure I can live a Psychic. I wasn't positive, but it was enough for me to want to stay in there, and I do end up living it easily and take it out with the Overheat. So this Specs, I Tyranitar, excuse me, Typhlosion is just wrecking things right now. So now his last Pokemon is the Sleeping Wailord. Now I kind of want to finish this battle off in style, so I go ahead and switch into my Amistar to set up the Shell Smash and take it out with a Hidden Power Electric. So that's good game, Yaomon18. It was a fun battle. I really enjoy doing RU battles, and I'm glad that you asked for one because I don't really get them very often. People always want to do the old standard stuff or other tiers I'm not too fond of, but RU is my favorite tier actually. So especially if any of you guys out there want to do an RU battle with me, let me know. I would gladly do it with you, or battle with you. Anyway, peace guys.